Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to a impromptu Thursday night with Tech King Mike. I'm gonna be 1,000% honest with you guys. Okay, first off, I don't like how my voice sounds right now. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3. I feel like there's an echo. Oh, okay. Jesus Christ, phone. Shut up. God dog. My bad, y'all. Phone went on the fritz for a second. But yeah, man, this is a very, very impromptu Thursday night with Tech King Mike. I really just wanted to come on and just hang out with you guys for a little bit and chill and just kind of, relax and just really talk about some tech. Got a lot of Samsung Z Fold 5 stuff going on out there in the world and got a lot of Pixel Fold stuff going on. So figured I'd just come on and hang out with you guys for a little bit if y'all don't mind. So I want to say first and foremost, let's shout out a few people. Let's shout out a few people in the chat. We got Raymond Williams is in the building. Wait a minute. I'm using OBS and I have not figured out how to display you guys on the stream. Dang. Okay. I'm going to have to make sure I do that for next stream, but I'm going to acknowledge everybody. I promise I'm going to acknowledge y'all. So first off, Raymond Williams said, hey, what's up, Mike? The Hawks TV said, good evening, everyone. Gwendolyn G said, hello, y'all. Holla at your boy said, hey, what's good? Said, Mike, you growing your hair out, Dread King Mike. Actually, I am growing my hair out. I am actually going to lock it up here at some point here. So let me see. Can I add something to the theme? Let's see. We doing this together, y'all. We doing this together. Oop. Nope. I'm going ahead and get rid of that. All right. Whatever, man. I'll have it fixed for next time. I promise y'all. But anyway, Mr. Scoop is in the building. Mr. Indiscriminate himself is here. Ripped Raymond is in the building. Von Joyner is in the house. Good to see everybody. B. Floyd is in the building. What's up with y'all? What's up? So, man, let's talk about some tech, right? Let's talk about some tech. So, I have recently. I don't know if you guys heard that echo, but I think I figured out what's going on. So. All right. Anyway, like I was saying, Samsung Z Fold 5, mine should be here next week. I did pre-order it. I got rid of my S23 Ultra to do it. So, yeah, that was a little bit of a, some people might consider it hustling backwards. They might consider it to be a bad thing. But I wanted to give it a try because last year I thoroughly enjoyed the Fold last year. I really did. It's probably the only device of 2022 that I genuinely. What you said, LaShawn? What am I doing over there, LaShawn? I don't know, man. I feel like my audio doesn't sound right. Like I feel like my audio sounds off. If it does, please put a 1 in the chat if the audio doesn't sound right. Because for whatever reason, I feel like it sounds off. Like I'm not 100% sure how to describe it, but it just doesn't feel like it sounds like it normally does. But nevertheless, as I was saying, the oh, wait a motherfucking minute. Okay, is this better? Can y'all still hear me? I need to know if y'all can hear me because I want to make sure because I think I may have figured it out. LaShawn said you sound good. B Floyd said refusing. B Floyd said Samsung is refusing my money right now. Their ordering system is trash. Brian's Tech is in the building. What's up, Brian? Brian, I got you. Brian says stopping through to say what's up. Glad to see you live again, bro. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it, man. Looking forward to doing business with you next week, Brian. But yeah, man, like, okay, so everybody said they can still hear me. I think I figured out what it was, y'all. I think I figured out what it was, so we good. But yeah, man, my Fold should be here next week. I really liked the Z Fold 4, right? I really liked that phone. It was a really nice phone, and there were a few things about it that I personally felt like Samsung could have done differently. One of those things being the gap, okay? Until you've used a folding phone, and shout out to the people who like the Pixel Fold is their first folding phone because they won't know this headache. But it really was a headache to do something as simple as putting your phone in your pocket, and then you pull your phone out your pocket, and there's literally like a seam of like dust and grime and things in the phone, and it's literally because there's that big old gap between the halves of the phone when you close it. So the fact that Samsung got rid of that might be a small deal to some, but to me that's a big deal. Like, I'm actually really excited about that and actually very happy about that, if I'm being honest. Another thing about the Z Fold 5 that I'm looking forward to is the Samsung or the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Samsung. Now, we didn't get the Plus version this year or anything like that. It's the same chip that was in the S23 Ultra. My battery champ phone, as it stands right now, since the beginning of the decade, since 2020, my battery champ phone has been the iPhone 13 Pro Max. That is the gold standard for me for the phone that it lasted all day. I didn't have any issues with it. Like, that was the standard, right? The S23 Ultra rivaled it. It may not have been 100%, but it rivaled it. It rivaled it enough that it made a difference to me. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the battery life is going to be out of the Z Fold 5 this year. Now, cons, right? Cons. Samsung settled extremely hard. Okay? They settled extremely hard. Jesus, man, my tan is incredible. Wow. I look like two different types of niggas with this. Jesus. I'm sorry, I didn't say that word. Samsung really settled with the way that they moved with the Fold 5 this year. I'm wondering if they're doing like an off cycle, because if you think about it, the Z Flip 3 and the Z Fold 4 there really wasn't that big of a difference, right? The Flip 3 and the Fold 4 Flip 4 were very similar in style. But then the Flip 5 is just kind of like, whoa, it's a whole new game changer, right? When I saw those renders that some people were able to see out of Samsung Korea of the Fold that had like an S Pen built in or whatever, I know we're going to get to that point. The problem is, how complacent and how long is Samsung going to ride this out until we get to that point? That's what I am not a fan of. I want Samsung to, Malik Austin, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Again, sorry you guys that the chat is not on screen like it normally would be. I will have that fixed for you guys next time. I promise we will have that fixed. But yeah, Samsung just really, I feel like they could have done so much more, man. Like, they could have done so much more, and they just decided to we'll just rehash it and give you the same thing. Now, I'm not going to give them too much crap. And the reason for that being is because Apple's been doing it for forever and a day. So it ain't like this is anything new. Apple's been doing it for the longest time. Samsung has recently done it with some of their other devices. So I'm not going to give them too hard of a time because it is a refinement at the end of the day. There are enough subtle changes to make it a refinement. We said the same thing about the S23 Ultra. A lot of people said, oh, no. Nothing changed. A lot of people said nothing changed about it, right? Well, everybody got it in hand and was like, oh, whoa, wait a minute. This is a whole different type of phone. This is a different type of beast. You got to give it a little bit of time. So, but I'm looking forward to it. I have some content ideas planned, and I have a lot of things that I want to try to do with that phone, not just for YouTube, but just period. Like, I'm at a point right now where the folding phone fits the lifestyle that I have. I want a folding phone for the way that I do things in my everyday life now. So I'm 1000% comfortable and confident that it's going to be my daily phone, and that's going to be the only phone that I carry. In the meantime, until it gets here, I'm using the Pixel 7a. And I got to be honest with you, this is not a bad phone at all. Pixel 7a has been a great phone, and it has literally given me everything that I need. V Worldwide, what's up with you, man? I see you, Brody. How you doing? The Pixel 7a has been a great little stopgap between S23 Ultra and the Z Fold 5. Now, am I keeping it when the Fold gets here? Yeah, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to hold on to it because I feel like it's a good backup phone, and it's a great extra phone to have around. Cameras on this thing have been really good. So I'm looking forward to having this around just to have. A lot of people feel like the members of Team Pixel, you know, as you know, some might say rest in peace. I'm not going to go that far, but some people feel like the members of Team Pixel don't support Team Pixel if they're not getting a free device. I literally went into the Verizon store and I said, I want the Pixel 7a. So here we are, got the Pixel 7a. So that's pretty much where the current tech is right now. And of course we still, you know, we got the Pixel 7a. That's what I'm rocking. I'm pretty much all Android at this point. I've got Beeper running on here. So all my iMessage conversations are coming to my Android phone. Beeper, I gotta say, I was a little anxious about it because, you know, I didn't like the idea of signing over the iCloud and stuff like that. But as time has progressed, Beeper has been pretty legit. It's nice having a lot of your chat things in one app. Kind of like how we used to be able to do back in the day with different types of texting and SMS apps, but it's really nice. Beeper has been really solid and really reliable. I've been iMessaging from it, Telegram, WhatsApp. Like, it's a great little app. And because I was an early adopter, because I think I saw Pete Matheson talked about it on a video like a year or two ago, and I signed up for the waiting list, I'm not paying the subscription that most people are paying for it. So I'm getting it for free. Whether that's a trial or not, I'm content. I actually like it. If it gives me the ability to have the basic features that an iPhone does, but I don't have to buy an iPhone, I'm 100%. I'm on board. I am 100% on board. So let's see. The Hawks TV said the 7a is a great phone. It is. It is a great little phone. Battery actually is really good too. Like, the battery is actually really good on the phone. So yeah, I got no complaints about the Pixel 7a. None whatsoever. Wireless charging. Like, I can understand how there could be an argument for why would you buy the Pixel 7 when you could just buy the 7a. But I bought the 7a over the 7 for that right there. For that color. I mean, that you can't really see it with my light. I'm hoping that once I get a second key light, the colors will be a little bit easier to like show on camera. But this sort of blue, or whatever they call it, I know Google always has like a funny name for their colors, but this blue color is just, it's really nice. I'm a big fan of it. So Savage Scientist in the building, he said 10 hut. Sav and T. Holla is in the building. He said, good evening, Duval. What is up, T. Holla? I know you seen the training camp today. We got preseason tonight, don't we? I think the Jets and the Browns play tonight. We got preseason. Oh, we might be ending the stream a little bit early because, you know, your boy got to look at this football now. It has been pretty boring waiting on football to come back. Let's see. C is the color name. Okay, so yeah, C. Yeah, I like the color. I really do like the color. It is really nice. Let's see. Savage is in the building. Ghost Dog said, yo, Mike, what's up? Ghost Dog 54. Trent's Tech is in the building. What's up, Trent? Good to see you, sir. Good to see you with the emoji eyes in the building. But yeah, I can see how some people can make that argument because with the wireless charging and the build of the Pixel 7a, I wouldn't want to buy a Pixel 7. And quite frankly, I wouldn't want to buy a Pixel 7 Pro because here's the thing, man. We're gonna have an honest like Tech King Mike to you guys moment right now, right? I am either getting old, and I'm only 34. Kia 2 Technical is in the building. What's up with you, Kia? Kia, I've been seeing your Pixel Fold coverage. Keep it up. You're doing a good job. I don't know if I'm getting old or if I'm just getting complacent. I'm not really sure. But I don't care about cameras anymore like I used to. I really don't. I don't see a difference between the S23 Ultra cameras unless I'm trying to versus the Pixel 7a cameras versus the Pixel 7 Pro versus the iPhone 14 Pro Max. I see a difference in like color temperature, like warm, cold, whatever. And I see a difference in video. Like some videos have a little bit more grain than the others, or, whatever the case may be. I'm not going to get technical, dynamic range, I'm not going to get technical like that. But I do see the subtle differences, but I don't have a problem with any one of them. And I feel like I'm coming from a perspective of like, I don't care. Like, I really don't care anymore. So if somebody's argument was like, oh, I'd rather get the Ultra or the 7 Pro or whatever to, have the best cameras, I don't really care. So like Z Fold 5, the Z Fold 4's cameras were getting the job done for me. I know the Z Fold 5s will. Darnell Harris is in the building and he says, do you wish for Samsung to put a wider front screen on the Z Foldable, or are you comfortable with the tall and narrow screen? Okay, so I can answer that question in two parts. First one, I would like a wider screen. I would. I'm not going to be that person that says, oh no, it's perfectly fine as it is. I would like a wider screen. But I do feel like there's a use case for the tall, narrow screen. The tall, narrow screen prompts me to get what I need done and put it back in my pocket. If I need to respond to a message real quick, whoop, 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 put it back. If I need to check an app real quick, put it back. It prompts me to use the phone in the dual, or as Easy Computer Solutions would say, in the dual way that it's supposed to be used. I use the outer narrow display for quick fire things, and I use the full display when I open the phone for everything else. So if I'm carrying on a conversation in the group chat, I'm opening up the phone. If I'm scrolling social media, X, Twitter, whatever, if I'm scrolling social media or Instagram, or, if I'm reading something, I'm using the inner display, but everything else is being done on the outer display. My thing that I don't want to happen, is I don't want Samsung to fall into let's just do what everybody else does. Samsung has always been known for doing things differently, and that's one of the reasons I've always been a fan of them, from the Note to the Mega to a lot of different devices. And I'm with Savage Scientist and I'm with Trends Tech. The narrow display is very pocketable, one-handable, and I like it. But I would like to see them offer something different. And that leads me to, I guess, the conclusion of that, which is I would like to see them offer multiple options. Like we have an S23 Ultra, an S23 Plus, and an S23. I'd like to get to the point where the foldables take that role. Give me a Z Fold Ultra, give me a Z Fold Plus, and then give me the Z Fold. And I feel like I want to say that I feel like that's where Samsung is going to eventually go, because there is no multiple versions of Huawei devices. But look at Motorola. Like there's no Huawei Mate X3 Plus, Mate X3 Ultra. It's just the Mate X3. The Xiaomi Mi Mix Fold, Mi Mix Fold Ultra. But the slab phones, there's always a counterpart. You got the Xiaomi might have the Mi Mix 11 or 12 or whatever number they're on right now. Then they got the 12 or 13 Ultra. You got the Pixel 7 Pro, iPhone 14, iPhone 14 Pro. Like every company has like that in your face. Like here's the better version of it. So when you think about how long it took Samsung to get to this point, they've merged everything. Like, I think that it's going to eventually turn into that. I think it's going to eventually be that type of an offering. But I am with Trent when he says make it wider, but not as wide as the Pixel Fold. The Pixel Fold is a perfect device. I played with it. I played with the Pixel Fold recently at the store. The Pixel Fold is perfect for the outer display usage. But in the 10 to 15 minutes in the store that I played with it, the only thing that kept going through my mind was, I don't want to open the phone. I never at any point in time felt like, let me open the phone up. I just used it as if it was a Pixel. I used it like it was this phone. My mind never went to, let me open the phone. So I feel like that's one of the things about the Z Fold that I've always enjoyed, from the 2, 3, 4, and now the 5 next week, is that the outer display makes me want to open the phone. But we'll see. In the future, we'll see. Hopefully Samsung will continue to give us options, because at the end of the day, that's all I care about. And don't get it wrong. as much as I'm enjoying the excitement of getting the Z Fold 5, I also move next Saturday. So if I do a video on the Z Fold 5 when it gets here, that like I might have to really like shoot, edit, upload because I'm moving next Saturday to a new apartment here in the same complex. But I say all of that to say this. I still want to try the Pixel Fold. I still want to try one. I still want to give it a try. I would like to see what the Pixel Fold hits on as a daily device and a daily driver. Android phones, to me, in the last year, have taken the role of daily driver for me because I've had more fun swapping out of this phone into that one. And while financially it's not always easy, or it's not always like, everybody, what's the phrase they say? Everybody ain't able. That is the case, but it's still fun. It's still fun. Phones are fun, man. Like anybody who says phones are fun, they're lying. And I've seen the videos, I've seen the reviews, I've seen MKBHD in his video, of course, everybody said the title was, whatever, maybe next year. I saw Barry Johnson. He said maybe this year, Trent, I've seen quite a few people who've got the Pixel Fold. LaShawn, like I've watched the videos. I just need to do a better job at commenting, but I've watched the videos on the phone and it appeals enough to me that I want to try one. That might be the first fold that I get, used, or I might get on I might, just wait a little while to get it. I'm not in a rush to get it for content. I just want to try the phone out. So we'll see, we'll see what happens in the future. It'd be nice to be able to compare the two of them together, but your boy pockets ain't rolling like that. I had to make a decision. So, and if Samsung didn't take the discount for the trade-in off at the time of purchase, you wouldn't see a Z Fold 5. I'm just going to be 100% honest with you. So it is what it is. But yeah, I want to try one day. So hopefully I'll get an opportunity to try one, and I'll get an opportunity to put the two of them side by side and see what they're hitting on. Ike's Tech Talk, another example, another person. Nasim Speech, there's so many content creators right now that are killing the game when it comes to not just foldable content, but just content in general, man. That I'm not going to sit up here and talk about what my channel is or isn't. I'm just going to say that I'm just happy to be a part of this group in this space, because there's a lot of people out here killing it right now, man. So shout out to everybody who's killing the Pixel Fold content, and shout out to people who, who's just having fun with it. So Trent's Tech says Pixel Fold is a maybe next year. Hold on, let me see what it is. Yeah, is a maybe next year, but it depends on you and what you want for $1,800. Understood. And Trent has the Pixel Fold. So, as the conundrum goes in tech, I will take him seriously because he has the Pixel Fold, right? All right. That's what they say. You can't take them seriously if they don't have the device. Easy, the tech preacher, is in the building. What's up, Easy? Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. So, yeah, that's pretty much where we are at when it comes to folding phones. I've had some people ask me, like, how do I feel about the flip? I don't care for the flip. I'm being 100% honest with you. I don't care for the flip. And the reason I don't care for the flip is not out of any kind of malice or any kind of, I don't like anything like that. I just know, Lewis is in the building. Tech for Your Knees is in the house. What's up with you? Good to see you, sir. I just know that the flip, let me see. Darnell Harris says, what is your biggest opinion on the Galaxy Flip 5 biggest upgrade, the cover display? So it's funny. He asked that question while we're talking about the Flip 5. The cover display on the Flip 5 is nice because now it makes sense to keep the phone closed. Before this cover display change, right? This is just my personal opinion. Why would I buy a phone that I have to open to use when I can just buy a phone that's like, why would I buy a flip version of this when I can just buy this and save a little bit of money at the same time? The flip just does not seem convenient for me, aside from the size factor. And now, okay, you got a bigger front cover display. Whip the phone out and do a few things on that cover display. But even then, you still have things like, I have to have good lock to be able to get the most out of it. I don't know. The flip just didn't do it for me. The flip just has not done it for me. And Savage, I would agree with you. I think the Razr is a little bit better as well. But I know the flip is going to sell like hotcakes because people love the phone. It's a fashion symbol. I feel like there's a key distinct difference between who's buying what phone. People who buy the flip want the trendy, they want the pocketable, they want the phone that, it does catch attention, but it looks like a regular phone. Like there's a select market of people for that phone. The Fold, in my opinion, is for the users that's their one-stop shop. Like case in point for me, my current computer is a 2020 Razer Blade base laptop, and it's on sale on Swappa. It's up for sale. The computer is a great computer, but I want a desktop. I want a tower desktop, put it right over here on the desk, and that's going to be my main setup. Something that I can swap the hard drives out. I don't care about Windows, Mac, anything like that. Swap the hard drives out. I can literally upgrade it as I want to. Want to put a new graphics card in, a new motherboard, whatever. Cool. I can do what I want with it. When I'm not home, because every time I take my laptop out of town, I never use it. I never use it like I think I will. Every single time I tell myself, all right, Mike, you're going to be going to your parents' house for a couple of nights, or, you're going to be going out of town on vacation, bring your computer just in case. I never do anything with it. And I've had an iPad in the past. I've had an iPad. I've had an iPhone, taking them both out of town. I hardly pull the iPhone out. So the Z Fold or Pixel Fold or any folding phone for that fact, not a flip phone, a folding phone, appeals more to me as the one-stop shop, because now when I travel, I have everything I need. Hey man, I do everything I need on my phone. I need a little bit of a bigger display while I'm relaxing, or I need a little bit of a bigger display to check something out real quick. Boom. So the Z Fold 5, I feel like, is the more versatile workhorse, and the Flip is the more, like Trent said, the Flip is a look at me phone that is pocketable. That's all it is. So Savage Scientist says, I got a solid state drive duct taped to the inside of my tower right now. Savage, I'm not surprised. But yeah, man, I got the whole build and everything planned out how I want to do it. I want to drive up to Atlanta, hopefully before January, or it might be next year. Before my birthday. But I want to drive up to Atlanta, go in the Micro Center, and just boom, these are the parts I want. This is the case I want. Let's make magic, people. So I'm excited about it. But there are a lot of issues that people have talked about with the Pixel Fold. I'm not going to go into too much detail about them because, number one, I don't want to fall into that category of like, oh, he doesn't have the phone, so why is he talking about it? I don't want to get too carried away. But I will say this. Some of the things that I've seen people talk about with the Pixel Fold is nitpicking. It's nitpicking. It is. There are some serious issues. At least for me, it would be an issue that I've seen some people talk about. App scaling, little things like app scaling. I am not a fan of Google's. Let me open this up real quick. Shout out to Google's Face Unlock, by the way. I am not a fan of the forced home screen on Google. I don't like it. I don't like how I can't move things around how I want to. So I usually end up downloading Nova Launcher. Right now, I don't have Nova Launcher installed because I'm not trying to get too deep into customizing this, because I know in a week I'm not going to be, using it like that. But it's like little things that would make me say, I don't know. But I also know that, if I use it, I might feel different. So, but for the Pixel Fold, some of the things that I've seen people talk about, like the overheating. All right, let's talk about overheating with the Tensor G2 for a second, okay? I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant, all right? I'm going to try not to curse because I'm trying to do better with my life, even though I said the N-word earlier. But I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rant here for a second, okay? So, first things first. Here's the deal. Hey, Bradley, what's good? Bradley Loxer is in the building. The Tensor G2 is a very capable processor, and the phone does not overheat. It just gets warm. Okay? It just gets warm. Overheating is when the phone is so hot. Excuse me, y'all. Overheating, man. Look at that. But hold on real quick. Look at that fade. Shout out to my barber, a geometrist. Shout out to Greg, the geometrist today, because, my lineup looks good. Spectacular Gadgets. Hey, Tay, what's up? How you doing? But the G2 does not overheat. It gets a little bit warm for the workload or for whatever you throw at it, but it does not overheat. A lot of people like to use these trigger words because they feel like it makes sense. The phone does not overheat. And I know that because if this does not overheat, then the Pixel Fold is not overheating because it's got the same processor in it. Now, everybody uses the phone differently. I grant you that. I grant you that everybody uses the phone differently. But to flat out say it's the chip and it's only the chip is it's just I just feel like it's just asinine because we're in a day and age when it comes to this tech where people would rather blame the phone than blame the way they use the phone. Now, when I first got my Pixel 7a, yes, I had to do a transfer from Samsung to get all my messages and everything off that phone. So, of course, of course, the phone literally had some heat to it. But within a day or two of all that background task stopping, the phone's been fine. I have not had a single problem. The only time that I have felt this phone get warm in any way, shape, or form would, believe it or not, be when I'm standing outside doing my job in Florida on an asphalt pad with diesel trucks running around me and the sun hit me and it's 98 degrees outside before you look at the heat index. So everything gets warm. The iPhone got warm. The S23 Ultra got warm. My watch gets warm. Everything gets warm when you put it in the right environment and when you test it or not test it, when you use it a certain type of way. So you have to be able to be objective and you have to actually be able to think about what you're saying and what you're doing. But it's not in any way, shape, or form to bash creators. I just really feel like that there are some creators, and some people aren't going to like me for this, but there are some creators, larger and small, that are not, they're not giving these devices the true, the truth that they deserve. They're using the trigger words. It's overheating, I'm not a fan of it. I don't like it. So, hopefully, the Tensor G3 will fix that. And a lot of this is based on the fact that they're using an Exynos based processor. We've seen the horror stories of what's going on in the UK when it comes to the Exynos chips. So, and now they're talking about going back. Like I saw a rumor the other day, or a leak that said that Samsung's talking about going back to the Exynos chips overseas. So all these people like Pitar, shout out to Pitar, Direct Tech, all these people who have never had a good Galaxy phone because the Exynos chips sucked ass, right? They got rid of their iPhones. They're excited. I'm a Galaxy person now. I'm excited. I'm a Galaxy person. And Samsung's going to take it away from me. I don't know, man. I don't know. But I just wish that people would just kind of let go of the narrative of the phone is bad. Like, sorry, y'all. Didn't realize my light was being messed with. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Got a few people in the comments. Trent's text had ran approved. Darnell Harris says, Savage Scientist will probably get, he was talking to Savage. Okay. Bradley says, that's the thing. People don't get, all devices get warm when it's working, but they're quick to say it's overheating. I'm going to tell you, man, we can't win in the United States. We can't win. Now, this might still be a rant per se, but we can't win in the United States. And here's why. If you only talk about Apple, you're deemed an Apple sheep or whatever the case may be. If you only talk about Samsung, you're deemed a Samsung knight, right? If you only talk about Pixels, you're deemed a Pixel warrior or whatever, right? But the minute you criticize one of them, you're a hater. The minute you try to embrace all three of them, you're doing too much. The minute that you try to just focus on two of them and leave the other one alone, people chastise you for it. There is no way to win in this tech space when it comes to it. And creators have figured out, of all size channels, creators have figured out that if they can play on that, they'll get views. See, some people, myself, I thought, okay, well, hey, man, I'm going to go all in on Samsung. And I probably still will because that's my phone of choice. But the creators who will take a device and buy it just with the intention of talking about it, the creators who will take a device and buy it just for the intention of, yeah, man, I'm normally this type of a fan, but whatever, I don't understand. What do people gain from that? What do we gain from that, people? Let's see. Spectacular gadgets. Well, first off, Darnell Harris says my only cons with the Z foldable phone is battery life and that under display camera. Samsung needs to upgrade these two issues. Darnell, I'm hoping that with the new 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy, we see some improvements to the battery life. And as far as the under display camera, yeah, they need to just they need to, I'll take bezels and a camera before I continue to take the under display camera. But at the same time, if the technology continues to improve and they continue to hide it and it gets better in quality, hey man, do what you do, Samsung. Spectacular Gadget says, I haven't had any issues with my Pixel Fold overheating. It does get warm when I'm outside, but nothing different from other devices. See, keyword, when I am outside. Every phone gets warm when you're outside. I'm going to take my dog for a walk when this stream is over with, and this phone's going to get warm. You know why? Because it's still 70, 80 degrees here in Florida. It's going to get warm, and it's up against my body. You know what my body's resting temperature is? Like 97, 98 degrees. So it's in a pocket where on one side of the sandwich, it's 97 to 98 degrees. On the other side of the sandwich, the sun is hitting it and it's like 100 degrees. How is it not going to get hot? Do you know? He didn't know. Okay. So I don't get it. I really don't understand it. Jay Grizzly said, facts, Mike. Jay Grizzly, good to see you, by the way. Thank you for coming to the stream. So I'm just kind of at a point where I'm just like, I feel like I feel like tech has just gotten to the point where it's like I want people to be objective, but I also don't want people to just talk about stuff just for the sake of talking about it, man. Like I can't watch those channels anymore. I can't watch those type of channels, and I just can't get with it. I just can't get with it. The Pixel Fold is got compromises. The Z Fold 5 has compromises. The iPhone has compromises. Hold on, y'all. Hold on real quick. I had a call coming in and I wanted to make sure it was nothing urgent. But yeah, man, like we're at a point where it's just, I don't know. It gets old really quick. Put it in the cooler bag. Shut up, Bradley. Shut up, Bradley. So anyway, we're getting off topic because I'm ranting and I'm just going off right now. I really had no plan on streaming tonight or any type of topic or conversation. I see some people are getting their Z Folds early. I keep checking mine to see if mine is shipped, and it has not. Matter of fact, let's check it right now just because I'm anxious and I have no patience. Let's see if mine is on the way, because I saw some people are getting theirs Tuesday. But when I tell you I am jealous, I am jealous because ain't no freaking way, bruh. Ain't no freaking way. Samsung knew better than to do something like that with me. But they did last year. We got phones. Like, they gave them to us like really early. So hopefully that trend continues. But yeah, I have not seen any update on mine coming. So it is what it is at this point. Did you order a Z Fold 5 or Pixel Fold? Do you have either one? Put a 1 in the chat if you have a Pixel Fold. And then put a 2 in the chat if you order the Z Fold 5. And let me know what color you have of each device. Let me know what color you have. I got the icy blue. I was able to get the icy blue in the 1 terabyte for the literal same price as the 512. So the money I made off of selling my S23 Ultra, literally, I didn't spend nothing else out of pocket. So it worked out beautifully. Like, I mean, when I tell you I could not have drawn it up any better, it was perfect. As a matter of fact, perfect. I could not have made it any better. It was perfect. Also, shout out to that man Gino Red in the building. Gino, shout out to you. I've been seeing you dropping that content on that Pixel Fold. My boy, keep it up. Good to see you recording. But Gino Red came in and said, yeah. So Gino Red dropped the 1. Spectacular Gadgets dropped the 1. The Hawks TV dropped the 1. Holla at your boy dropped the 1. Kia 2 Technical dropped the 1. Folks, every single person that just dropped the 1 except for the Hawks. I don't think the Hawks has a channel, and if she does and I did not know about it, I'm going to fix that tonight. But every single person who just dropped the 1, you ought to go check their content out, man. You ought to go check their content out. Check them out. Subscribe. Give them some looks. Give them some views. Go check those folks out, man. Go check those folks out. I'm pretty sure you will not be disappointed. Hey, my man Gino Red with the $20 super chat. See, this is why I wish I could put super chats up on the stream. Listen, man. Listen. Once I get OBS set up to where I got all these transitions and animations and stuff like that, when somebody stream super chat, something comes on the screen and stuff like that, it's over. It's over for you. You know what? It's over for you. Once I get this figured out, I'm going to the game completely up. I promise you, I'm going to the game completely up. You understand what I'm saying? So that being said, thank you, Gino Red, for the $20 super chat. Pixel fold all day. I got that porcelain. Yes, that's the color I want. Which leads me to a small rant. Small rant. Google, why? Google, why the couldn't you give us a 512 porcelain? Why? Why you couldn't give us a 512 porcelain? Why we only had to have the 512 in black? You're doing the same stuff that Samsung used to do. And you know what? I'm not a fan of that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm really not. And I need you to get your okay? I don't even think my beeps are going through. Did that go through? That probably went through. I'm over here censoring myself, and that's what I need to be doing. I have a child. Okay? If you ain't got a child, you don't understand what it's like to censor yourself. But that being said, Google, get your together, okay? Holla at your boy, says, I'm doing B-roll now. Let's go. Roberto says, he ordered the Z Fold 5 with the black trim. I don't like that blue with the black. The more videos I watched, I thought I was enjoying it. I don't like it. I do not like it. I don't like it. Okay? I don't like it. I don't like it. And the reason I don't like it, they all came through? Okay, bet. All right, cool. Well, I'm glad my beeps went through. Glad to know that this mother is working. The reason I don't like the blue and black, it would have been perfectly fine if they did make the damn camera black. Because I feel like with the fold, you have a black frame, black camera bump, and then just this blue splash on the back of it. I'm gonna be honest with you, it looks like a D-brand skin. The graphite as well. Shout out to those that bought it. I know both my boys got one. I know T got one and Trent got one. Both got one of those variants of that colorway. So shout out to them. I'm sure once they see it, once they put it on video, it might look a little different to me. But from what I've seen of it so far, it just looks like a black fold with a D-brand skin on the back of it. And that's why I don't really care for it. I would have rather went all black or went with the color I went with, which is the icy blue. So, and I like the icy blue because the icy blue, it reminds me of that S23 Ultra and that Carolina blue, but also, I mean, it's blue. You know, I'm a fan of the color blue, all things blue. So yeah, I'm a fan. Let's see. Gito Red said, right. 512 would have been fire, of course. Bradley said they all came through. Okay, cool. So, but next Thursday, hopefully, fingers crossed, it comes early. Because the 11th is next Friday. So fingers crossed it might come a little bit early. We'll see. If it is here, we're definitely doing a stream next Thursday. We're going to be unboxing the Z Fold 5 and we'll be talking about it on stream next week. So I'm hoping that it comes and I'm hoping that it arrives. Okay. A pause that was very applicable. That was wild. I'm hoping that it arrives next week so that we can talk about it on stream. Who knows? We may even have a second camera angle going just to kind of, just kind of a little bit of fun. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, I think that's pretty much all I got. It's 8:45. You guys know I normally cut it out around this time frame. I'm not sure if my man Ike is streaming tonight. So if Ike is not streaming tonight, somebody let me know because I have not really been on socials today. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm tired. I've been up since this morning for work. It's another reason I'm getting off early. I'm tired. But if Ike is streaming tonight, Ike will be streaming at 9 o'clock as he always does. If he is not streaming tonight, the Tech Preacher podcast will be streaming tonight. So make sure you check out either one of those. And yeah, let's see. Did you order a new case for it? Is what Bradley Larcher says. Actually, no. I didn't order any of the standard Samsung OEM cases this year. Ike is not streaming. Okay. Yeah, Ike is off tonight. Okay, cool. What's it called? So, Peace out. I think Ike is off tonight. Okay, I see Savage. Darnell Harris says the Fold 5 doesn't bring any changes at all except for a new hinge. The Fold 5 is a reboot of the 2, 3, and 4. I mean, if that's how you want to look at it, that's perfectly fine. But a new hinge is still something new, and it is a change. I mean, if you look at the form factor of the Fold 4 and you look at the form factor of the Fold 5, yes, they may look the same, and they probably are 90% the same, but a new hinge is still a new thing. So you can't say that there's no changes. But, and I see when you said at all except. So, it is what it is. I think, obviously, if you got a Fold 4, you don't need a Fold 5. Hell, if you got a Fold 3 and it's still going strong, you don't need a Fold 5. You don't. But also, I'm going to flip that, and I'm going to be an antagonist against the narrative. And I'm also going to say this. If you got a Fold 4 and you want a Fold 5, buy it. It's your money. Do what the hell you want with it. It's your money. I'm going to say it straight up like this. If you got the money to trade your Fold 4 in for a Fold 5, and you're not tripping on the minor changes, or you're not tripping on what the YouTubers say or whatever, and you're comfortable with it, hey man, just buy it. Like, just buy it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just it. Why not? I don't think anybody will think any lesser of anyone for doing what they want with their money. I know I sure won't. B. Floyd said, finally ordered the Fold 5. Samsung website. Stop acting dumb. Let's freaking go. Congratulations, sir. I'm happy you were able to get your Fold 5. Shout out to B. Floyd, by the way. B. Floyd be coming in the clutch with some of those Samsung tips and tricks in the DM that you don't know about. There's a couple things that he's told me over the past that I have like, yeah, man. Oh, of course not, Darnell. He said the Fold 5 is not the biggest upgrade if you already own a Fold 2, 3, and 4. I would say it's a bigger upgrade over the 2. The 3 and the 4, there's an argument that can be made to leave it alone. But the 2, I would say there's an upgrade over the 2. It's just me personally. I would say that. But either way it goes, folks, we're going to go ahead and get on out of here. I want to thank all of you guys for hanging out with me as always. Hopefully once I get moved into the new place next weekend, we can start getting the streams and everything back rolling. Just getting everything back rolling, because I'll be able to actually kind of set up a little bit to have like, a room for all of that. And also it'll be really nice to just have the space. So hopefully we'll be able to get it back going again. But best believe that Fold comes early. We are doing a stream on it, or there will be a video dropped on it the same day it arrives. So I'm watching my tracking information like a hawk, because I am ready for that phone to ship. But that being said, I'm going to let you guys enjoy your evening. I'm going to go walk my dog and eat me a little bit of ice cream before I get ready to wind down for the night. I hope you guys all have a great night. Thank you for joining me. I saw we had like up to 25 people at one point, but it's been around a solid 22 watching right now. So thank y'all very much. Yeah, man. My goal right now is channels at 2,960 something. My goal right now, I'm trying to get to 3,000, man. So we're going to try to get to 3,000, and we're going to try to keep it going. So if you guys had a good time tonight, hit the like button. Of course, I would appreciate it. Get those likes up for you, boy. And I'll catch y'all on the next Thursday night with Tech King Mike. Till next time.